experience until we'll be back.
Unless you scan that website. Okay, kid. Welcome to the triumvirate return of the top 10 film list. It's making me nervous. Snap! Ow! Exactly. Oh, I think it is doing it. Get up.
I'm making so nervous.
Just so it's not no more digging around. Okay. I shall list Pantheon. The definition of this always keeps switching around. First it's films that are on one list but I found too good. Then it's movies I haven't seen. And then it's just the obvious choices. I have no clue. I'll put it this way. I've seen none of these films, but I've heard just great things about them. Requiem for a Dream. It's a drug film starring a lot of people I don't remember. Almost Famous, Castaway, the Tom Hanks on a boat. Well, not really a boat, a piece of wood.
Right.
Gladiator, and Mission Impossible 2. Now that's out of the way. My top 10 to 6. Number 10, Dinosaur. I don't know if you remember that. It's that Disney film. It might have been Disney Pixar. Not sure. It was like one of the first 3D
Oh yeah.
something animation. And it was just dinosaurs, and I forget. Did they talk?
I think they did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that,
could
yeah,
talk to each
I
other.
remember.
That was, I thought it was quite an
They
achievement.
talked to each other, but nothing else.
Yeah. Number 9, The Whole Nine Yards. Bruce Willis, Matthew Perry. I like that comedy. I think the sequel was alright. But I thought it was pretty funny. I always like Bruce Willis. Matthew Perry, he can be good. This is, I don't remember him for much other than like this and Friends and 17 again. Number 8, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I don't know if this is the Jim Carrey one or not. I think it is the Jim Carrey one.
I think that was the one that was animated, wasn't it? Like the cartoon, actual.
I don't think the cartoon came out in 2000 though. I believe it was a Jim
I
Carrey
thought
one.
the.
Let's check.
Your AirPods in the disc. I thought that's just. Would it work either way?
No, she has a passcode. I don't know.
Oh.
Yes, it was the Jim Carrey one.
Okay.
The original came out in 1966.
Whoa, was I ever way off?
Yes. But it was Jim Carrey, Jeffrey Tambor or something. There was also the guy from Hangover. It's always pretty funny. I don't remember much of the cast, but they're all good. Jim Carrey steals the show. Because really it's only about him and little Cindy Lou Who. My number 7, the inaugural Scary Movie by the Wayans Brothers. Now, as I've come around to the point where I really am annoyed by spoofs, but they're enjoyable, most of them.
Like Stan Helsing.
And I'd like to point something else. As good as this is, it actually got beaten to the punch.
Yes.
I'm going to check the year exactly, but Shriek, if you know what I did last
summer.
Friday the 13th,
Oh yeah, Friday the 13th.
beat this.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Wasn't it made by the same people though?
I don't know. This came out also in 2000. I think it just came out sooner. Like it came out a month before or something. Well, I'll just look. Hold on.
So what did Braden say to the deviation of God thing?
He said, yeah, I know, I was just thinking that. Oh, actually, no, I'm incorrect. The film was intended to have a theatrical release, but Scary Movie had already came out, and it was too similar, they kind of thought, so they kind of slid it out on direct-to-DVD. Well, that sucks, because in my opinion, Shriek, if you know what I did last Friday 13th, was better than Scary Movie. But, hey, whatever. Actually, yes, that is a honorable mention that I forgot to put on here. I didn't even write it down, because I didn't even remember it. Or when my research came up, I had not seen it. Like this list, I wrote this list up like a year and something ago, so I've done a lot of research by then. My number 6, Ready to Rumble. I really enjoyed this comedy with, who was it? Scott Conn and David Arquette, and Oliver Platt as Jimmy King. It is a comedy where these wrestling fans end up actually wrestling and helping this old WCW wrestler. But it's actually pretty funny because they obviously know wrestling's fake. They address it in the film. That's kind of part of it, but it's really pretty funny. I think it doesn't age very well. Because back then, I think WCW was still around. If you got someone who was a wrestling fan to watch this now, they might not know. I don't know. Whatever. I don't really care. But also, just to go back to Scary Movie, because we kind of just said the other one was funnier. I'm going to actually do something. I'm going to change it. My number 7 is a two-way tie between Scary Movie and Shriek If You Know What I Did Last Friday 13th. Okay?
It's a tie.
Yeah, number 6, Ready to Rumble. I'm going to put some kind of blue over there so that makes sense. Patrick, number 5.
My number 5 was, or is, I mean, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Cool. I noticed you switched around a little. It was originally number 1, that's, okay. I won't address that though. Any thoughts on the film?
I thought Jim Carrey did pretty good, other than his perpetualness of eating glass.
Oh, I like that.
That just...
It bothers you because it's...
It's kind of a child's movie, like, ooh, this looks imitatable!
Oh. That's something else.
Yeah, just...
Some poor child.
It just stunk of kind of stupidity right there.
You find it's marketed as a child film, but then there's things about it that really
Just,
don't belong
yeah.
there. I would have said more of that in Cat in the Hat. Mike Myers kind of did that more than Jim Carrey. But yeah, I see your point. My number 5, The Sixth Day. Shouldn't I have made that number 6? Oh, no, so much better. The Arnold Schwarzenegger action thriller where he is cloned by, I forget the character's name, but he clones people, and it's something to do with, like, they clone people when they die so they can live on to continue their legacies and stuff. And he's cloned and goes through this whole adventure. It's set in the future. They got ray guns and stuff. It had some good jokes. It had one of my favorite one-liners. He goes up to the guy, and I forget his name, but he's like, you should clone yourself. He's like, why? He's like, so you can go fuck yourself. But yeah. But yes, I enjoyed it. You're number 4.
Charlie's Angels.
Yes, I love that film. I love it, and I got more to say about it in a second. But any of your thoughts?
Awesome fucking movie. Oh, and don't forget, this is an unrated channel.
Yeah, you always say that.
Well,
I can work in a... If it's like 1 or 2 swears, okay, but if there's like a continuation of swears, I work in a beep. Just because otherwise it's ridiculous. Okay. My number 4, Scream 3. Many of you are shocked, because I think that one is in the Scream series, that's the only one that's kind of viewed as a bad movie that no one really likes. I'm okay with it. It's kind of enjoyable. I like films about films where it's in Hollywood and they always talk about movies and stuff. I really enjoy something like Get Shorty, where that was the whole thing, kind of. Now the whole Scream series, it's kind of like Scream, Scream 2, Scream 4, and then Scream 3 in level of goodness. Scream 3 is much below, but it's still okay. And another thing, they tried to give that movie kind of, because Nev Campbell didn't really want to come back, so they kind of said, okay, Dewey and Gale kind of more become the main characters. That didn't really work out, because I don't think they did it right. Also, it wasn't written by Kevin Williamson. I believe it was 2 cuts of the script or something. Ended up on the internet, so they really, like, they weren't even knew how it was going to go. They had to rewrite all the time on the set, which is really why it didn't end up as good. Originally it was something like Stu from the first movie came back. Or he was a ghost. There was many different things. You're number 3, sir.
Scream 3.
Ah! Any of your thoughts?
I think you covered them all, actually.
Julio. Okay then. My number 3, Charlie's Angels. That is a good way because it's 3 chicks. I enjoy all the performances of, like, there's Bill Murray, Lucy Liu, Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, Sam Rockwell, Crispin Glover. You're number 2, sir.
X-Men.
Yeah, I love that movie. I really do. I enjoy it. Your thoughts on it, though?
I thought it was like, well, at first I found it a bit confusing, kind of coming into the middle of a story like that, because
I like that, because it's not an origin story of everyone.
Yeah.
They did that later in X-Men Origins Wolverine, mind you.
They told you how he got there.
And X2. They did it twice.
And who the hell that guy who attacked them was. They finally...
Yeah.
If you didn't know anything about X-Men before that, you had no clue who the fuck he was.
Yeah, like if you're just going in there, you're not a comic reader, never watched the cartoon or nothing, you're sitting there going, who is this tall fucker with the long hair and the press-on claws? Who's this asshole?
Yeah.
Tyler Mane from Halloween. We enjoyed him in that. Unfortunately, in this movie, he kind of sucks.
Yeah.
He's good when he doesn't speak. And really, I found him kind of goofy. The lion roar, sure, but I think the whole way they handled him and Toad were handled very poorly.
Yeah.
And Toad was Ray Park, Darth Maul from Star Wars 1. Badass besides Darth Vader. I always liked Darth Maul. The double lightsaber, sure, but Ray Park's literally, in real life, he's a ninja. At Comic-Con, he's doing backflips between every autograph and stuff. And in X-Men, he sticks his tongue out and shoots like frog spit. Like, they really... And another thing, it's a really good movie, but also, it's kind of just they didn't give him enough budget, but it's really more drama than action. It's really a talky film with action, and the action isn't all that great, like it's standard action.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the sequel is the same thing, but they pump up the action level and stuff. But yeah. My number 2, Final Destination, the inaugural Final Destination. I believe that this is a great premise. They did it more or less, they capitalized on it perfectly. There was elements of Looney Tunes in it. Mainly the death of the teacher, where everything in her house kills her. Vodka spills on her computer, which blows up in her face and all glass and stuff, and then the fire starts,
but here's
knife
the thing.
stabbed on her, and then her house explodes. That's great.
What kind of computer was it again?
It was some old IMB or something.
Oh, okay. Because if it was
IBM.
a laptop, they don't explode like...
Yeah, it was one of them older ones where it's like the whole stuff in the back and it leaks in and
the
stuff.
whole monitor.
Yeah, if it's a laptop.
But if it's a laptop, I've spilled shit on my laptop before. It's never blown up. It's never quit working on me.
Yeah. And also this film featured John William Scott post Stifler, right after the first Stifler movie.
Yeah.
The first American Pie. And I'd always heard in this movie that he's in it, and then I went in kind of excited, like, ooh, we're going to see Stifler. And he really was just kind of a dork. I enjoyed him, though. I liked him. The main character, just kind of the way he was written, was a little, not really, he's not one of the great performances that you're going to think back to in the movie. The douchebag, he was a good douchebag.
Yeah.
Clear Rivers, goofy name, goofy character. The best friend got hung. I thought that was a gruesome death, the way he's hanging in the shower and his eyes just start blowing up with blood. Oh my god, I love it. But yeah, the films got much better. Number 3 kind of bothers me a little because the beginning had poor dialogue and stuff, and then some of the kills were okay. The graphics kind of, not graphics, that's a video game, the effects. 3 is a stickler, but then 4, great. 5 I hear is great. So yeah, this is a great start to the series. Capitalize on the premise right. It's very original. Yeah. Okay, you're number 1.
Gladiator!
Your thoughts? I've never even seen the film.
It's a great film. You have to see it. Just one prisoner gladiator. Well, one prisoner.
Russell Crowe?
Yes, gets turned into a gladiator. But I don't think they completely knew one thing. That he was actually one of the ex-soldiers of the Roman army. He just dominates the whole movie.
I believe that won the Oscar. So, yes, I have a lot of film education to do. I haven't seen Gladiator, Castaway, Almost Famous, or Requiem for a Dream. Forgive me, I can't see everything, but I try. We try.
If you ever get the chance, you gotta watch it.
I will.
It's great.
If I see it and I really have a lot to say, I probably may do a review with you. Okay, my number one, X-Men. Like we said, it's a good drama character piece with some subpar, mediocre action, but some of it was good. I mean, the whole fighting for liberty on the Statue of Liberty and all.
Yeah.
I believe X-Men, though, they always had weird villains. The first one, they fight, like, not even that, but like the main big boss was like a giant magnet.
Yeah.
That was going to make everyone a mutant and then die. And then number two, they fight a crippled guy with brain juice or something. And then number three, they get to the giant war. But then, like, really.
And then X-Men Origins, they go back before everything.
Fucking Baraka Deadpool.
Yeah, the Baraka Deadpool.
And then First Class, they kind of just... No,
it wasn't even just a Baraka Deadpool.
He also had Cyclops eyes and healing factors, and he could teleport. Fucking 3 and Origins were like the biggest fights. But then First Class had a great battle.
They kind of evenly matched it.
Come on. You're not playing video games. It's right there. Take it and go. Take it and go. Take it and go. But yeah, X-Men, really good film. I believe this is where Hugh Jackman, a star, was born. And basically, they had frickin' Ian McKellen, there's Jean-Luc Picard. I'm sorry, that's not his real name. Patrick Stewart. Sorry, I'm just thinking of Star Trek. Never saw the show, never saw one movie, but that's how I know him. Yeah, we got Wheels, Magneto, Anna Paquin from True Blood. That's a show I kind of want to see because of her. Yeah, what's the fellow's name that played Cyclops? The poor guy. That's a problem I got. In this film, they shafted Cyclops and Storm so bad. They got the shaft, the pure shaft. They were bit players in this film. And then they'd move on and they'd frickin' Halle Berry wins an Oscar and then they keep trying to put more and more stuff for her. But Cyclops just gets more shafted every film.
Until he gets killed.
Yeah. Like, he got the utter shaft.
Like...
It's disappointing.
Here, you get the smallest parts,
like
and then we're going to kill you off.
Here, I'll tell you how it goes.
What's the point?
I'll tell you. Do you want to know in chronological order or film order?
Chronological.
X-Men Origins Wolverine. He's a little boy that was kidnapped, had his powers kind of borrowed for Deadpool. X-Men 1. He's the leader of the team and is trying to and is dating Jean Grey, and then Wolverine's kind of getting in there, trying to get some too. X-Men 2. He gets kidnapped and ends up trying to kill Jean Grey because he gets mind-controlled Wool. Snaps out of it. She dies. He's sad. X-Men 3. He's really sad. He finds her. She kills him. That is such a shaft. Like, the only character to get more shaft would be like Bane in Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
You either say they get the shaft or they get baned. It depends. If the character is so poorly done that it's just a piece of crap, that's baned. If they aren't used enough, that's shit. Okay. So that was the list. I'd like to add my honorable mentions. Quite a big list. Okay, What Women Want. Pretty funny comedy with Mel Gibson, I thought. Pitch Black. Mediocre Vin Diesel film. It's not really my thing, but I'll mention it. I thought it was good. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? George Clooney and the Coen Brothers. And all their other actors that they always have. Coen Brothers film. I like the Coen Brothers. They're always good. Meet the Parents. Ben Stiller. He's pretty funny. Robert De Niro. This last decade, he's kind of not really had the roles he's always had. But he turns this character, he makes him pretty creepy, I say. He makes him kind of, you're scared of this guy. Me, Myself, and Irene. Jim Carrey. Very funny. Little Nicky. I think I put it here just so I'd remember it, because I want to diss it a little. Really, can I? The director, Stephen Brill, has done a few other films. Driblet Taylor and one other Adam Sandler comedy. I must look it up. Stephen Brill I normally really like. Mr. Deeds, Without a Paddle, Driblet Taylor. I love those films. He even wrote Ready to Rumble, which I just earlier mentioned. I quite enjoyed it. And he wrote The Mighty Ducks 1, 2, and 3. This guy's got some talent. But then Little Nicky, oh my god.
What the fuck?
It's Adam Sandler going, oh, I hate being the son of the devil. I'm annoying. Oh. It's freaking, he got in the head with a shovel or something that made him such a retard. Harvey Keitel's in this. I don't think he should be stooping down to this level. This was bad. I mean, Harvey Keitel's the Reservoir Dogs and all. Mean Streets. Pulp Fiction as the wolf and stuff. I mean, why'd he go to Little Nicky? There's some actors in this don't deserve this. Adam Sandler can do better than this. And I think
this was the turning point where he started to kind of...
Yeah, because, I mean, he starts going downhill. And he had revivals, because, I mean, there's 50 First Dates. Chuck and Larry is borderline for me. It's always been borderline. I'm on the side of I enjoy it, but it's very... Yeah. Zohan, fuck no. Funny people. First hour is good. Second hour, I got bored and I didn't really enjoy it much. Grown-ups, borderline. I'm on the other side. Jack and Jill, I'm not even going to fucking see. I'm going to see Al Pacino scenes and that's it, because that's all it's good for. We know it. Bucky Larson, it's the same film as this, except it's, I'm the son of porn stars. I'm gonna go in the business and do what my mommy and daddy did. I'm gonna go fuck people or something. I watched 2 seconds of that trailer and said, fuck you, you're not getting my money. I'll never rent it. I'll never watch on free TV or nothing. Fuck them. But yes, we also dislike Little Nicky. Go off on a tangent. Gone in 60 Seconds, the Nicolas Cage remake of the original, whenever it came out, film. 60s, I thought it was. I don't know. Emperor's New Groove, I really enjoyed that. David Spade and Patrick Warburton and... Who was the other guy? Was it John Goodman? I don't know. I really enjoyed that film, though. That's close to my heart. Chocolat. And I Love You, Man. It's Chocolat. Jason Segel said it best. It's just delightful. But yeah. Chicken Run. That's a very good claymation film. American Psycho. Really good film with Christian Bale. And Willem Dafoe. And 102 Dalmatians. The sequel. I also forget if this was a cartoon or if it was the one with that lady whose name I forget. Whatever. It was on here. And any other films that might have came out that I ignored? No. Okay. Well, that was 2000. Join us for 2001. And 2001, I'd like to mention, is the year the Harry Potter franchise starts. And I'll give a heads up now. Harry Potter, I believe it may be all films. They'll never be on my list. It'll be either Pantheon for... They're obvious, they're great, I love all of them, but really just, I can't fit them on my list. Maybe, I don't know.
I can't.
I believe when I wrote it,
too many.
I know every year it's like, Harry Potter movie? Yeah, that's one of the best films of the year. So it's kind of like, we get it, they're great, we're going to mention it. It's not going to be an honorable mention, but it can't be on my list because it's every year. It's another movie.
Thing.
It's just Pantheon. It's always there. It's one of the best. Just
Except
not on my list.
Yeah.
Unless I really like it, but still. Whatever. Okay, see you in 2001.